Hey guys, welcome back to the channel here. Had a request for a MK map, so gonna do a little bit of a tour of it. Gonna try to keep it short-ish because know, it, I'll try to tag this too where things are, because it's such a huge map. And so if you're not familiar, MK is one of the two capitals on the map, and so it is one of like places that you can buy certain things like contracts for equerry, your priests, things like that. Now those are possibly going away. And you have a map here, and it's okay. This can still. I think this is like really old because it doesn't have what we call new MK, which is like across the bridge. I call it something else. Well, you'll recognize it though. My guild we call it new. This does go over everything that it has here, which is nice. Um, Parcels to talk size. So if you're in this region, so if you do a lot of fighting in the steppe area from basically this entire region falls under Curite. So I want to say even Fada all the way. No, Fab doesn't. Okay, so it's like pretty much like everything is like it's like it's a lot. Um, anyways, so you can run parcels here and there really fucking quick, as long as you got a horse. Um, Now, MK is unique in that the road in is super sketch. There is just that main road in. You can ride down from the hot gates. Like once you pass through them, there is a path that leads you down into MK, and there's some stairs, and I'll show you where those stairs are so that you can ride out if you're trying to go. Now there are some mountain passes that people that know them, and I'm not going to share those because let's not make it busier. But there are mountain passes. If you figure it out, then that's awesome. But here we go. We're going to start at the front gate, and we are going to just ride through. And so it's a massive city. Um, cool thing about it, so you have firmwood here and you have spongewood right in the city. There's granum everywhere. There is some there's sewers here now that are super great for like clay and farming gold. If you can get them and everybody's being nice. First stop is going to be your first equerry and your pet broker. So this is like right as you ride into town. And so um, to the right here, there's nothing really. It's just some buildings and stuff. But your first stop is going to be what I call lower MK. So you got a pool here. You can gather water. Training dummies over there. You can see people getting their pets ready for a roam. You have your equipment vendor and your utility vendor. I think this is the hardest part about MK is finding all the goddamn vendors. Because they're all in houses. It's not like the smaller cities where they're just like, hey, we're all in one place. You have that him in there. The magic vendors over here, and you have botany lore guy in here. So there's a library, but there also is like they kind of put all the lore guys in where their workbenches are. Um, yeah, butchery. This is all lower. That's your priest over there. We'll ride a little ways this way. Again, I'm gonna try to keep this quick. Um, Bank and your is it postal? Yeah, postal service. Sorry, bank and postal service together, which is nice. You're a tractor, which might be the reason that you're here. Great for making blood ore out of that granum if you're trying to just get steel. You have your gnat. You have all of these here, which is great. And then the next place over is more crafting, and this is very similar to like the rest of the city how it's set up. Your refining bench and then all your crafting benches in here. What's nice is they have added guards since the release of the game, which MK was like notorious for. You would turn a corner and there were no guards there, so it was just like murder fest. Um, your broker, your guild stone are in here, and your curite, trainer, librarian. So if you're trying to get those curite specific books, that's where they are. Yeah, this used to be like a murder fest. I remember one of my first times to MK. There were no guards or anything like there's one there. Came through here and I just got gangbanged right on the other side of this wall. I was like, wow, taught me a valuable lesson. Stick to the main roads, or travel with a buddy. Now we're going to continue down this main stretch. So that was lower MK. So if you hear people talking about it, that's what it is. Let's start. That's the road to upper MK. That's the stairs that's going to take you up. But we're going to go across the bridge first. We'll end at upper MK. We'll hit lower MK. We'll hit the scaffolding. We'll talk a little bit about that. If you're a new player and this is something that you're wanting to, a place you're wanting to start, it's not a bad place, but it is there's a lot of RP gate guilds. It's a very hostile place. If you ever want to get a quick way into the sewers, you can jump from this bridge into the river below. Just land it right, and you'll be okay. Hope our road render's in. Render, please. Stop real quick. See if it. There she is. Beautiful. Okay. Butcher House. So this is what we call new MK, and I believe that is somebody before my time of playing. I'm sure this wasn't here. Yeah. Over here, you have your enchantment guys. You pretty much have everything over here. Your grocery, your magic vendor. Like this is kind of very similar to like newer setups. In here is your inn, so if you're getting your tasks, you can go get your tasks in here, and your bounties and things. But yeah, so this is like all of your vendors, very similar to like the smaller like, Moki, Vada, Bhakti. This is where your extraction and crusher is, so very important. Extraction, crusher and grinder are right here. It's all your herbalism crap. Boop boop doop. All right, here we are. Cool. So more crafting again. Everything over here that you'll need. Bank and postal service over here. I don't think there's a broker over here. Oh no, there is, huh? Postal service. That's right. This guy on the left is the broker, and then the banker's in the middle. So what's nice, yeah, they have all three here, which is super cool. You can ride up in here. There are guards. Just be a little careful because sometimes they roam and you might lose line of sight. So grocery vendor here as well. If you want to, if you need some dials, some horse food. All right, we're gonna ride over here, and here's your equerry and your pet broker for new MK. So that's pretty much new MK. It's very small, very basic, but if you're doing the refining and stuff, this is where you'll be doing that because you got the crusher and the grinder over here. Cooking vendor, yeah. Okay. But yeah, you'll see people. All of this is mineable. Everything you see, all the trees, like the mountainside. So it's very good for Granum. You can be mining everywhere. You'll just hear pickaxes. And for the most part, I wouldn't say it's like super safe, but for the most part, like I don't think I've been killed like less than a handful of times while I'm naked mining. I don't really keep my horse nearby. What I'll do is I like to park my horse on the road by like where guards are. And if I'm mining somewhere nearby, you have a long leash, so I will call them over. From here to there, those guards are going to see it. That guy's super safe. Okay. But just be leery of where you are and your line of sight. This is the scaffolding. So this is down to Tockside. This is going to take you out. Here, let me bring up the map real quick. So the screen's going to go black. Doesn't want to switch. Hold on. There we go. Okay, so it's going to bring you down to the graveyard. Graveyard, not really recommended. I wouldn't hang out there too much. It's just like asking to get killed. Just to let you know, there is a horse spawn. It is over in this region. There's like a garrison and some bandits and stuff. If you see it, that's where the steppe horse spawn is. Depending on the time of day, you want to be very careful over here. So, if you're familiar, there's not a lot of good people. There's, people like Omerta and their Atrium whatever, however you want to say it. It's their like alt guild. They'll basically just camp this scaffolding. So now with the new earthquake mechanics, I used to just hang out and dudes with mauls would be trying to wing you off your horse and stuff at the base. They've added more guards, but you know it isn't safe once you hit. I'll show you a certain point here. Yeah, we're at 10 minutes. Okay, we're gonna like to keep this under 15, 18 minutes. Go around, zip around here. I kind of give you an idea. There's the graveyard. There's the scaffolding. Oh, let me guess. That is Omerta. Wow, big fucking who would have guessed that they were sitting there waiting for people. So, not good fighters. This is pretty much what they do. They're just trashy enough to, you know, pick off blueberries or farmers or something like that coming to use the scaffolding up from Toxai. They might be running out from over there doing, there's lots of, you know, lots of houses, lots of granum. A cave out there, little cave. There's bandits, all kinds of crap out there. Um, cool area. It's pretty, but just be careful of this area. So we're gonna ride into town. And got a little bit of company, and all this is mineable. You can literally like jump off. I remember during elementalism release, everybody's just mining everywhere just because everybody was trying to get those geodes, get those lodestones, get whatever you can to take them down to Toxai. Probably best if you're trying to do that, if you're just going to be mining them all yourself, to mine down in Toxai. It's a little dead now. Yeah, so back in the day, in here there were no guards. It was a hot zone full of battles. You could have full on, you know, 10, 10 on 10s, 15 on 15s in here. Because it's such a big road and there was only guards at the top and the bottom. So it's interesting. This is upper MK. This is your vendor courtyard. So everything's over here that you could normally want. Your magic vendor is, you know, he's back here. So it's usually I like to point him out because he's a pain in the ass to find. You got your library in here. So, you know, nothing special. I don't think there's anything in MK that's not sold everywhere else. It's not like a Dually or anything like that where there's some specific books. We're going to ride around here. Right here is an important one. So this is where you're going to get your housing deeds and your contracts. Your keep vendors, like all these are big ones right here. I'll show you where the benches are here in a minute. Up here, this is going to be your, I'm sorry, I want to say pet broker, but that's your actual broker. And then here is your inn, so you can pick up more contracts and stuff here. You can pick up bounties here. Chances are you're going to get a bounty for Omerta. And there's some vendors around, you know, this side of it. This is going to be your upper area for refining and stuff. There's a hearth up here, but crafting, not a whole lot of like. There's no crushers or grinders or anything. Here's your bank. But yeah, so just be careful over here. If you go down around the backside, around over here, there, just be careful back in the side. You can't get ganked. You know, Omerta is really good at MK, and they will. That's about all they're good at. It's just harassing people, shooting arrows at you when you think you're safe. Pool here for your water. This is the other way down. So, cool. Back in here. Shouldn't be doing this. Let's see. Your tractor. All these guys back in here. Just be careful. Be aware of where you are. Priest. Right here. Here's your benches. So if you're looking for benches, workbenches are here. Decoration vendor and workbench vendor. Here's your guys' enchantment supply guys. And this is going to ride us down to the north stairway. So this stairway, you follow this out. Careful. This is where guards end. There is nobody to protect you up here. So you keep going that way. That scaffolding gets very narrow, and yes, they will. Somebody at different parts of the day will be camping it. This is very MK is very EU player base. There is like North American obviously here, but Empire is a big presence here. Omerta, which I think they're Brazilian, if I'm correct. Uh, you know, they will be camping those spots. That's Carnimata, Island Boys. People from the north, they will be camping that area. Uh, Mostly those northern guilds will camp that spot more so than Omerta and stuff. Those guys know they're not good enough to be up there. They can't compete, so they will just hang out on the low scaffolding. But as you see, that kind of makes a big loop here. Um, Again, I'm going to try to keep this short. I think we nailed all of our points. We'll bring up the map real quick and just go over one more thing. Here we go. A big thing for alchemists is the prima fruits. This is, I think, the only place to get it. So be aware of that. If you're doing alchemy, these prima fruits, they look like pear trees. Only place to get them that I know of. Gather lots of them, juice them, use them for your potions. But yeah, lots of fishing over here. Short distance. There is good farming. It is very hostile. You have don't mistake MK Royal Guard as being friendly. They are not. They will kill you as well. Pretty much everybody over here is hostile, so just be aware of that. If you guys have questions, pop them below. Comment. Let me know your stories of MK and how much you like it or don't like it. Like to hear about it. All right, guys. Have a good one.